All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another one before another one. Good afternoon and welcome back to the trading room, a prelude to the NFP trading room that we have tomorrow. All right, so on that note, make sure you don't miss out. Make sure you are there at 2 p.m. All right, that's when we will be live with our US NFP live. Just have a look at the datas, the jobs report. Just have a look at the jobs report, the data, what it means, what it could mean for the upcoming interest rate. Markets are forecasting at least a 25 basis point rate cut for September in the US, right? Depending on how the NFP is going to come out, it might be a little bit aggressive, right? It might be a 50 basis point cut. So make sure you don't miss out. That is the US NFP live tomorrow, same time, same place. Just make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and you get informed. All right. I'm looking at the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us. It's now 5 minutes after 2. Welcome to the trading room every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. If you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. All right. We're currently sitting on 5,000 subscribers. All right. Which is good. Now let's push that to 10,000 now. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like and share. All right. So that we can reach a wider audience all over Africa and we can reach 10K. Then we'll take it from there. All right. Excited to be back. You guys were with Ash on Tuesday. I'm with you guys today. And guess what? Tomorrow, we're going to be together. All right. You've got best of both worlds in our US NFP session. All right. Angelique, Jules, Lapo, thank you so much for joining us. I know there's more people joining us, right? So yeah, pretty excited, right? Just before we jump in, guys, remember, if you wanna trade with us, right? We've got accounts that we provide or accounts that we have for you guys, right? So if you wanna open an account with us, our website is tdmarkets.com. Simply click on account types and then you will see a whole range of accounts that we have for you. All right, from the pro account all the way to the TDM boost account. Come on now, the boost account is there, guys. Everything has been updated on our website, tdmarkets.com. All right, if you guys require more information, the email is care@tdmarkets.com. We also have education, our in-house education for you guys. All you need is an account with us so that you get the chance to access our education, all right, which is throughout the day, from the morning to the evening. They are recorded as well. So just get in touch with us at care@tdmarkets.com, but you need an account first, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, this is Tristan Bester. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Tristan Bester, welcome. All right. So it's going to be a good one, guys. Today is going to be a good one. Like I said, we are, gearing up for the NFP tomorrow. But today, in a couple of minutes, we've got the ADP non-farm employment change in about 6 minutes. My goodness, we need to quickly head over to the charts. 15 minutes after that, we've got the unemployment claims. It's going to be a busy day for the dollar. If you're holding any dollar positions, make sure you align or adjust your risk accordingly. All right. So we're going to have a look at the ADP automatic data processing non-farm employment change. All right. We're going to have a look at the unemployment claims. Then tomorrow, our main focus is the non-farm employment change. Right. So just before we head over to the charts and just before actually we speak about the ADP, I want to know where you guys are connecting from. All right. Just like how we do our sessions, please let me know where you're connecting from. I already know some of you guys where you're connecting from. If this is the first time you're joining us, please let me know where you are streaming from. All right. While waiting for the ADP. All right. Exactly. There we go. Aha. Welcome. All right. Yeah, no, I think we're ready, right? We've got about 5 minutes. Let me quickly touch base on the ADP, which is an acronym for Automatic Data Processing Non-Farm Employment Change. So in a nutshell, what this report is about, it is basically the non-farm employment change, but in the private sector. So the NFP that you know is the report that gives us an idea of the job creation or give us figures of job creation in the public sector. This ADP is the same thing, but in the private sector. That's it. That's what ADP, non-farm employment change, means. All right. Mandisa, we can see you. Welcome. Good afternoon. So we've got about 5 minutes. Let's quickly jump on to the charts and see what is happening. Right. I was going through a few dollar pairs, in particular gold, USD JPY, Euro USD. We've got also, I believe, is USD Swiss and USD CAD. All right. And USD CAD. Definitely, Jade. Definitely. You know, that is what ADP is. It is the NFP, but in the private sector. NFP, job creation in the public sector. ADP, same thing, but in the private sector. That's it, right? And it's data that okay, we'll talk about it. Let me first go to the charts. All right. So I'm looking at USD JPY. I'm looking at Euro USD. I'm looking at gold. And then also maybe we can just have a look at AUD or USD Swiss. All right. But now let's go back to the calendar. Let us go back to the calendar. So previously, the private businesses, all right, added 104,000 new jobs, right? These are private businesses. And now markets are forecasting 63,000 new jobs for the month of August. Since we're in September, this is data for the previous month. Now, what are we going to get and how can we interpret the upcoming figure? Well, it will depend, but in a nutshell, right, a figure that is higher than what markets are forecasting, that could mean a stronger dollar, right? Because there's going to be now a demand in the dollar, right? Now, a figure that's lower than what markets are forecasting is going to be the inverse of that. We're expecting a weaker dollar. That's basically in a nutshell, just keeping things on a basic level, right? We can get deep and really go into the fundamental aspects that might shift price in a different direction, because it also boils down to essentially what could be happening around the world, all right? That's why sometimes you look at your NFP figure, the figure comes out and price reacts completely in the opposite direction, all right? So these are things that when you keep trading, and then you learn, you grow in the markets, these are things that you're going to start noticing. Okay, so we are just under 3 minutes. So let's look at the ADP. After that is the unemployment change. So the charts that I have here is Euro USD. I've got USD JPY. This is USD JPY at the moment. All right. I've got Euro USD that I'm also looking at. We've got gold, although gold, we'll see, right? We've got gold, and then we might also look at USD Swiss as well, right? If it happens that we don't catch anything, then tomorrow is going to be the day. NFP tomorrow is going to be the one, right? So I don't want you guys to be under unnecessary pressure, right? All right? So let's see, guys. Let's go back to the calendar. Under 2 minutes, all right? Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if there's going to be also one more thing that I forgot, all right? Sometimes the reaction can also be muted. How much does ADP usually move the market in terms of volatility? Yeah, I was about to explain that, right? So you will realize that sometimes depending on the figure that comes out, if the figure is roughly the same as what markets are forecasting, right? Because for you to get that extreme or that aggressive move, what we're waiting for, this figure that's going to come out has to be extremely higher or extremely lower, right? In most cases, you're going to see those aggressive movements. But now the reaction will likely be muted if the data is the same as what markets are forecasting. So right now, the forecast is 73,000. So if it comes out as 73,000, we might get a muted reaction, meaning that the reaction might be slow and small, just muted. But if it's an extreme figure, then we might see those aggressive movements. This is what usually happens with all of these reports. In fact, with all of these reports, right? The same as your unemployment claims, your unemployment rate. So that's basically what we are looking at here, right? We are under 20 seconds. So let's see what is going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. We have USD JPY. So now after this one, we'll look at the unemployment claims, right? It's almost time. Let's see, right? Okay, there we go. We are waiting, right? Pending, we are waiting. All right, pending, we're waiting. Let's see what is going to happen. All right, let's see what's going to happen. Yes, ma'am. Put a dab on it. You are dabbing on it. All right, so let's have a look at this, guys. This is 54,000. All right, so private businesses have added 54,000 new jobs for the month of August, right? So these are private businesses, right? It's unlike your public sector where it has more weight. So between the ADP and the NFP has more weight because it's the public sector, right? So private businesses have added 54,000 new jobs for the month of August. Now let's see what reaction could we get, right? So from 73 to 54, let's see, we might get some reaction. So USD JPY, on the 1 hour, I'm on the 15 minutes. This is what's happening right now. So this figure, usually it will then impact the dollar negatively, right? So we will then anticipate a weaker dollar. But let's see if it's really gonna move the market, right? It's really gonna move the market. If not, then NFP, you know what happens. All right. So USD JPY, this is what's happening. This is the current M15 candle. This is the current M5 candle. You guys can see that price dropped roughly 25 pips and then it's just stuck at the top, right? Let me look at Euro USD. Euro USD, I'm on the M15, I'm on the M5 time frame. Muted reaction. Look at the reaction, really muted, right? The market really 10 pips, currently stuck a little bit roughly in the middle. Let's have a look at gold. Maybe we could see something on gold. Okay, also muted reaction. So far the reaction is not that much, right? Maybe it might give us those movements a little bit later on, but with what we see right now, we're not getting exactly the momentum we are looking for. Now you've got USD CAD. Let's go to the M15. This is what USD CAD is doing. All right. So in the next 13 minutes, we have the unemployment claims. So this one might be a little bit tricky because it is not at the same time. If it was at the same time, ADP and unemployment claims, then we could get that move we're looking for. But now it's 15 minutes apart. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but let's see. All right, let's go back to USD JPY. Now USD JPY, this is the current candle. All right. So I'm just gonna look for certain levels here. So we have a high on this current candle. We've got a low. This is on the M5 time frame, which is at the moment similar to the M15, right? This candle. So now we are just stuck in between. Nothing much is happening, right? Let's wait for 220. Let's wait for this 5 minutes candle to close. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right. If you look at Euro USD, this is the current reaction. All right, we've got this low, we have that high. I'm also just gonna put in the structure. I'm also gonna just put in the structure here. All right, you don't need to worry about this. Just gonna put in the structure. All right, so there's a bit of reaction on this one. Let's see, gold. Okay, we'll come back to gold, no problem. So Euro USD, there could be something here on Euro USD, USD JPY. There could also be something. USD Swiss, USD CAD, USD Swiss. I think we're gonna let this one go for now. We're gonna let this one go for now. All right. So let's see what USD JPY is gonna do. All right. It is stuck. Nothing's happening. Euro USD. It is in the middle. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm on the M5 time frame, right? This candle is going to close in a few seconds. Let's see how it closes. Let's see how the next candle forms, and we could possibly identify the structure we can trade. All right, so we're standing by for now. Remember, it's a prelude to the NFP tomorrow. We're excited, especially since there's talks of rate cuts coming this month, right? So tomorrow's data is going to be very important. The CPI is going to be very important. So yeah, it's going to be interesting how markets are going to price in what's going to happen, right? So USD JPY, this is what's happening, right? Now, obviously, the initial reaction, nothing has happened. Euro USD, nothing has happened. So let's just wait a little bit now, right? I'm trying to check if price is going to respect, if it's going to respect this structure here, right? So this is the current candle. We are trying to form a higher low as it is right now, right? We've got this structure. Let's see how price is going to react on the structure, because previously we had a reaction there, right? You see that this this hammer candle, there was a rejection, price aggressively broke. So let's see what's going to happen there. Is it going to react towards the upside or towards the downside? But that's a very important level there. All right, so this is the 5 minutes time frame. Just give it a few more minutes. USD JPY seems like this one is gonna give us a push to the downside. All right, we just need to look for technical reasons, enough technical reasons for us to get that move. All right, so we're standing by, guys. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's look at Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, right? Let's see. Standing by. If price does not break this low here, if price does not break below this price action, then it's likely going to break above the structure, right? And then we will be working within this range. Which is roughly, yeah, it's okay, but it's still pips nonetheless. So if price does not break below this, we're going to be working within this range. But if it breaks, then we're going to get a different possibility. So this is the current M5 candle. Let's see what's going to happen. Not much reaction at the moment. USD JPY. Let me just go back to the M15. Yeah, okay. So USD JPY, we've got that aggressive move down. We have created a structure right here. Right? So just going to keep a very close eye on this. Now, price doesn't break the structure. I think price is going to break the structure, right? I think what's happening right now is just a bit of reaction that is happening right now. All right, Euro USD, let's see. All right, we'll come back to Euro USD. USD JPY, let's see how this candle closes, because now we want to work within this range, right? If price gives us this push towards the downside, that will be worth taking, right? That will be worth taking within this range. So there is a good trade that I see could possibly happen. Euro USD, this one is a trade which I see could be a good one, right? Towards the upside there. So provided that, yeah, we don't break past the zone. So let's see what's going to happen, all right? Gold. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so gold, this is the current candle on gold, right? On the M15. This here. All right, that is our high, that is our low. And so nothing much is also happening. All right, so stand by. Let's see. Euro USD seems like we're gonna drop on this one. Yeah, you see now what I've just said earlier on, that the data supports a weaker dollar, but now we are seeing pressure towards a stronger dollar, or we're seeing stronger dollar here. This is when I said that sometimes the markets might not react the way we're anticipating because of also what could be happening around the world. All right, so we'll see tomorrow's NFP. Gold seems to be ranging on the lower time frames. Yeah, well, Yeah, well, could be. Yeah, this. I see. I can support your thinking here. I can support your thinking. Looking at our price has been basically, right? It just broke above. Yeah, well, I can support your thinking there on the 5 minutes time frame. On the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, so it seems like on the 5 minutes we okay, but now we need to wait for this candle to close. We need to wait for this M15 candle to close. All right, so I can't really put a low here as yet. Okay, there we go. It's closing. I mean, it's gonna close in 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, no, I can't put a low as yet. All right, so Euro USD, okay, so we broke below. USD JPY, we're breaking above. So it seems like we're going to move in the opposite direction. So the market is not following the report, right? Not following the report or the data from the report. So it seems like we're working within this range now. Within this range. From basically that structure all the way down here. All the way down. Right? Not that big, not that big. So it will depend whether from this area we're going to push down to that low, or if it reverses all of a sudden, simply going to push back to that high. So now what is happening right now, let's see if we can get a retest of this now, right? There's a bit of structure on the left hand side. So let's see if we can get a retest of this. Then once we get that, then we're looking at this possibility, right? At this possibility. So standing by. You've got USD JPY, which seems like also not moving in line with the ADP. Therefore, we are working within this range now. We are working within this range. Let me first. Yeah, seems like we're working within this range. Not a very big range. No, about 10 pips. Not a very big range, all right? Not a very big range. So we respect this because now price just broke towards the upside. Should it come back for a retest, then we are looking at this possibility, right? Not a very big range. So let's see, Euro USD, gold. We're just gonna wait on gold a little bit. Okay, now in about 5 minutes or 4 minutes time, we are getting the unemployment claims. All right, now this is the reaction of the ADP. We're getting the unemployment claims in about 5 minutes time, or 4 or 3 minutes time. In fact, let me do this. Yeah, so didn't move accordingly. So let's see how the ADP, not the ADP but the unemployment claims, let's see how it's gonna come out. All right, under 3 minutes, we're standing by. All right, so is the NFP gonna, not the NFP but the unemployment claims, is it gonna give us this possibility or that possibility on Euro USD? JPY, yeah, no, this possibility, yeah, it would have been good to get this move to the downside. Then we know we're working within this range. But this one, it's a very small range here. It's a very small range according to the current structure. It's a very small range. You see this previous high. It's a very small range. So we could be going there. It's a very small range. I would have preferred we trade within this range. But it's fine. It's fine. You don't tell the markets what to do. You just follow the markets, right? So as it is right now, it seems like we're going to go back there. Is it worth taking? Is this position worth taking? 6 pips? That's the question. Is it worth taking? Euro USD, are we going to get a retest or not? Because price just flew down. We still don't have a retest. Yeah, also this one, is it worth taking really? Looking at, let me do this, right? Okay, let me just remove, wait, let's do this. Yeah, looking at this range on Euro USD, is it, let's see, right? All right, so unemployment claims coming out in less than 40 seconds. Less than 40 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. You see, Chris, sometimes you need to ask yourself these questions. You see a setup, you see the possibility of the setup. The next question is it worth taking? Is it worth risking? I know that someone is going to come and say, yeah, but we take risks. Well, that's true, but is it really worth taking? Right? Is it in line with your plan, with your trading plan? Is it worth taking? That's a very good question. So think about it, guys, right? Think about it. 8 seconds and counting. Let's see. Standing by. Maybe this one might move. All right. Maybe this one might move. Pending. Last week it moved. Right. Let's see today if it's going to move. We've got 230, 229. Come on, we're waiting now. Okay. In the meantime, let me see. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's taking its own sweet time. Yeah. All right. Yo. Yeah, no, we're waiting. Come on now. Hi. Now let's go to the charts. Okay, seems like we got the reaction. Now, this is the retest I was talking about. Let's see. Okay, definitely. So this projects a stronger dollar. No, this is a weaker dollar, in fact. Unemployment claims went high. So that's a weaker dollar. All right? So that's a weaker dollar. So you see now, the idea for this move was this retest. Once we get this retest here, unfortunately, there was a huge spike, but you see our price went down. This was the idea. Now, unemployment claims came out higher, which means a weaker dollar because the unemployment claims rose. All right. So more people are filing for unemployment, like similar like your UIF, basically, right? But in the US. So let's see. So this is what Euro USD is doing. Let me quickly go to USD JPY. Aha. Ooh. My goodness. Okay. So it seems like we've completed that setup, right? For me personally, it wasn't worth taking, right? But we came down with a spike and then now we're pushing up. So now let me try and make sense of what's happening here. Gold. We are on gold right now, right? It seems like gold might be the one. For us, right? Looking at how the previous M15 candle closed. So surely now we are just working within this range. So if we get a push towards the downside, this would be the range. Now, right? So definitely on gold, this is a good range here. It's a very good range, right? So now a couple of things we need to consider, right? Looking at where price is coming from. Let me quickly go to the H1. On the H1, we just bounced from that structure. On the M15, we are getting some pressure from the sellers. So surely there's something happening with price around this zone, right? Why am I saying that? Because of the long wicks. Look at all of these long wicks, right? Unless, of course, it proves us otherwise. But looking at these long wicks, I would be interested in a move to the downside. I would be interested in this move because this is a good range. It's a good range, all right? It's a very good range. Now, the question then is, or not the question, but basically this candle, this is the current M15 candle. Let's go to the M5. The M5 also, there's even a reversal pattern here, right? It seems like gold, we can then maybe look for a push towards the downside on gold, right? We want to go inside this range. So quickly before we just focus on gold, USD JPY. Okay, so yeah, so this one just flew. There's nothing there. Euro USD flew. All right. So I think our focus is what? You guessed it right. Is gold. Our focus then becomes gold. All right. Our focus then becomes gold. So all we want now, guys, is for price not to change what it's doing right now. All we want is for price to do what it's doing right now. all right, to really do what it's doing right now. It is rejecting this structure. It is rejecting this structure, all right? So we don't want price to go towards the upside if you're looking for buys. I mean sells. We don't want price to go up. So this is the current M5 candle, which is similar to the M15. So now let's see and wait for the break below. Wait for the break below. So the break below the structure. In fact, let me quickly do this. In fact, it should be this structure here. It should be this structure. It should be this structure here. There we go. All right. So the M5 candle closed. We are working within this range, right? Looking at how that candle closed. So definitely there's a rejection happening here, right? There's a huge rejection happening there. So it's just a matter of time before we get gold breaking below and giving us this possibility. This one would be worth taking, giving us this possibility, right? Just a quick scalp in and out. So yeah, so this is the idea that we have with this one. USD JPY, it's gone. I don't think we're gonna do anything, but yeah, but the forecast was proper. Euro USD, the forecast was proper. All right. So let's see what gold is gonna do. What gold is gonna do. We might get one more bounce. We might get one more retest of this. We might get one more retest of that. All right. So just we're standing by. We're standing by. Let's see. Let's see. So we are currently in no man's land. We're currently trading in no man's land. We want price to break below. Right. So standing by. Yeah, no. This is a beautiful one. This is a beautiful one on gold. You see that? This is a beautiful one. So let's go back. Aha, there we go. So gold, I'm going to go in with the short on gold. I'm going to go in with the short on gold. All right. I'm going to go in with the short on gold. There we go. I went in with the short on gold because we have broken past this zone, right? We've broken past this zone, so we're looking for this possibility now. Right, we've got a rejection. We are breaking past this zone. We're looking for this possibility. So I went with the short, just a quick scalp in and out. Just a quick scalp in and out. All right, just a quick scalp in and out. So standing by. Standing by. Let's see what's gonna happen. Standing by, right? Just a small, align your risk accordingly, guys, right? Don't just hoy in with the massive risk. Align it accordingly because we might get some pullbacks. We might get some pullbacks. So standing by. So gold, we're looking for this possibility, right? We broke, we came back down. So now we're just creating structure there. We're just creating structure, right? So we're looking for this possibility. Standing by. Standing by. Proper risk is required. Remember, we've got NFP tomorrow as well. We've got NFP tomorrow as well. Right, standing by. Standing by. Yeah, so the ADP, the unemployment claims, this is what's happening. All right, this is what's happening. It's not moving in line with the report, but these are things that we know, right? These are things that do happen at times. So we'll see tomorrow's NFP. We'll look at tomorrow's NFP. We'll see what's going to happen. There's a bit of a rejection happening, but it's fine, right? What we don't want is for price to break past this area. To break past this area. That is not what we want, right? As long as we're rejecting this zone, we're looking for this possibility. So there's a bit of rejection happening at the moment. A bit of rejection happening at the moment. Let's see. Standing by. We're on the M15. We are on the M5. Standing by. Standing by. All right. Yeah, so quickly going back to USD JPY. USD JPY is still flying, right? Euro USD should be melting or going down. Okay, So Euro USD is going down. So that retest there, spot on. All right. This one just melted. So waiting for gold now. Waiting for gold just to then give us that move. Give us that move. All right. Standing by. So nonetheless, guys, these reports, muted reaction overall. If we break past this zone here, then that is my area to exit. If we break past that zone, my area to exit. All right. But as long as we are respecting this zone, right, then this is the possibility we are looking at. So there's a bit of a retest, or not a retest, but there's a bit of a rejection happening now here. So standing by. All right. Yeah, overall, this is how these reports are, guys, right? NFP definitely the one we are looking forward to. And then these ones, these ADPs, these unemployment claims, they might not move. They might, they just have their own, their own moments, right? Their own moments. Let me quickly look at USD, Swiss, USD CAD. Beautiful. Euro USD still melting. USD JPY still flying. Yeah, we're just waiting for gold now. As long as we don't break past that zone, this is the possibility, right? A quick scalp just here. A quick scalp just there. All right. So standing by. It's a very chilled one, not crazy. It's a very chilled one. Tomorrow's going to be crazy because my brother's going to be back, right? Ash is going to be back. So be sure not to miss out. That is our US NFP live. Same time, same place. All right. So let's see what gold is going to do. Standing by. It breaks above. Then we're out. Then we'll look at NFP tomorrow. All right. No worries about that. Look at NFP tomorrow. Definitely NFP is going to be the one. Sure. Okay. All right. So are we going to break this? Let's see. Euro USD still melting. The correlation at the moment is not on point. Right? Gold is just messing around. Let's see. Standing by. All right. I hope so far you are enjoying. We've got 45 viewers. We've got 12 likes. Thank you for joining. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have these sessions just to go around and see the possibilities. All right. And then, every morning as well, we've got the opening bell every morning at 9 live on YouTube. Right. Also do catch our commentary, our morning market commentary on YouTube at 9. All right. So standing by. So gold, there's a bit of rejection that's happening. Let's see. Are we going to get that push down or not? If not, we're going to break up. Then we are out of this one. All right. But if it rejects, then we know we're still in. All right. It's quite close. It's about to break. So this is the M5 candle. Right. It's breaking. This is the M5 candle. Are we still in? We're still in. Okay. M5 candle. Let's see how it's going to close. Let's see how it's going to close. Yeah, it's pretty sharp. So the correlation between USD JPY and gold is not in line at the moment, as well as Euro USD, not in line. Euro USD is falling. Gold should be falling as well, right? Maybe it's going to happen a little bit later, but let's see, right? We've got a bit of fighting that's happening around here. Standing by. If this doesn't move now, it might move a little bit later. All right. Might move a little bit later. Standing by. Yeah, we can see what's happening. Standing by. All right, this candle closed. The M15 candle closed. So the M15 rejected, right? It's stuck in the middle, it rejected. This is the next M15 candle now, as well as the next M5 candle. So we can see what's happening here. This is no man's land. No man's land. It's either this is going to break up or this is going to break down. All right. It's either this will break up or this will break down. But in between, this is no man's land. This is no man's land. All right. So let's see. Standing by. Standing by. How do you decide on your lot size based on your capital? Well, you get your risk percentage, you do a bit of calculations, you get the lot size. So there are position size calculators that we can Google, right? That you can find on Google, written position size calculator. So you can Google that, and any calculator will require an account, your risk percentage, maybe your stop loss pips as well. Once you have those things, then you can get your lot size. So it's your account, your risk in percentage, and your stop loss pips. So let's say your account is $1,000, you are risking, I don't know, whatever, and then your stop loss on that particular asset is 50 pips as an example. You would slot those in, and then it will automatically calculate. Some will require the type of account you are trading, right? Is it a standard account? Is it the mini account, the micro account? Then they will just show you or tell you, if it's a standard account, what you should do. But essentially, you need your risk percentage, you need your stop loss pips, you do the calculations, boom, you've got your lot size, just like that. So Google position size calculator. You'll find different types of calculators. Will help you. All right, so look at what's happening here, guys. All right, look at what's happening. Trying to go down. There's definitely fighting happening. There's definitely rejection on both ends. There's a rejection at the top, at the bottom, right? So now it might go either up or down. This is the situation we are in. It might break up, it might break down. This is the current situation, right? Situation right now. This is the situation right now. All right, but let's see what's going to happen, right? We know that once it breaks below, it closes below, we get this possibility. Then there's scalps around the zone, right? But if it breaks towards the upside, it's going to invalidate this setup and this idea. Then we might get a different possibility. There's fighting. I'm not sure if it's waiting for the open. Gold is waiting for the open, but Euro USD is flying. USD JPY is flying. There's a bit of rejection that's happening. It might influence gold. The rejection on USD JPY might affect gold, right? We might start pushing in the opposite direction. So standing by, let's see what's going to happen. This is the next M5 and the M15 candle, right? If it invalidates, then NFP tomorrow, right? If this pushes up, then NFP tomorrow. Gonna exit out of that position, then NFP tomorrow. That's it, right? So USD JPY is rejecting at the moment, falling. Yeah, no, seems like gold might just go up. Yeah, there's a bit of now rejection that's happening. Yeah, gold might just push up now, right? So I think this one is going to invalidate this position. So we're then going to exit out of it. We're going to exit out of it. Standing by. Let's see. Standing by. Yeah, no, we're gonna wait on this one. We're gonna wait. Nah. We're gonna wait. Yeah, this is waiting for the open. Because we do have ISM later on, I think it's waiting for the open. Yeah. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see, right? Because no volume. Are we going to continue pushing up? Let's see, right? Let's see, standing by. Yeah, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Indecision, right? Indecision. This could break up. Looking at what it's doing right now, we could finally break above this zone. It's been strong. We could finally break above it, right? But let's see. I think this is the situation where we wait, all right? Let me look at the USD JPY. Still in a range. Let me look at the Euro USD. Now, gold is going to move. It's just toying around here. It's going to move, right? Premium, I'm short on USD since yesterday. I mean, you took that short because of your strategy. Your strategy told you take a short, put your exits. So I don't think you should worry that much because you took that short based on your strategy that you trust, right? That you believe, according to your back testing, is working. So if you have confidence in your strategy, no one can convince you otherwise. And that's how it is, right? But the moment you don't trust your strategy, that means you still need to go through some back testing for you to see the numbers behind the strategy, how the strategy performs over time, and then you will have an idea, right? But don't worry, as long as you stuck to the rules of the strategy, right? I don't think you should worry that much about it, right? Or whatever concept you use. I don't think you should worry much, all right? So remember, guys, as traders, we don't have control over how the market moves, right? The only thing you have control over as a trader is your risk management. The moment you enter a trade, you don't have control over that position, right? Price might move in your direction or it might move in the opposite direction against your trade. What you should control is how much you're risking on the trade. That's it, right? So these are things as traders that we need to understand, right? So don't stress. Tomorrow there's NFP, right? There's NFP. So guys, you see what's happening now? You see what's happening exactly. So this is no man's land. This zone, this is no man's land here, right? This needs to break up or it needs to break down. It's no man's land. How far will this push is a different story. But there's no man's land here, right? Activity is going to happen once this breaks up or it breaks down. But in between here, you don't want to be trapped or caught in this shandis here, right? So yeah, so let's see. So it seems like we might push towards the upside, exit that position, then we'll look at the NFP tomorrow, right? There's fighting from the bulls. USD JPY, it's still stuck in the range. Stuck in the range. Euro USD also. Gold is gonna move. It's just playing around. It's waiting for maybe 3 or 3:30. It's gonna move, right? Just toying around here. We can see what's going on. On the M5, on the M15, we can see what's happening. Let me look at the M1. yeah, this thing is gonna drop, right? It might not be now, but I see a drop coming, right? It might do what it wants to do here, right? But I foresee this coming. So unfortunately, it might not happen now, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. We're gonna keep an eye on it. We're gonna keep an eye on it, right? So in the meantime, I'm just gonna exit out of this position, exit out of it, because it seems like it's taking its own time. All right, and then NFP tomorrow, we are on it. We are on it like we never left it. We are on it like we never left. Reasons why you say it will drop is because of the structure, right? The structure that's forming at the moment, and also these candlesticks. So it's basically the structure the market is in right now, at least on these time frames, right? And also what is happening here. What is happening here? We had a huge spike towards the upside there, a huge spike. So anticipating structure to change a little bit here, right? To change a little bit. So let me just do this. Yeah, so let me just make it simple, all right? Yeah, so look at where price is right now, right? It's on this structure. Hence, we are getting these wicks towards the upside, right? So now, just like what happened before, price dropped, right? So here we've got that huge spike. So the market might not drop now, but within the zone, according to the structure, we're anticipating a drop, right? Just to make it simple with the channel. So it's just taking its own time now, right? It's playing around. We can see what's happening. It might just dip up first before it drops because there's a correction on the lower time frames, all right? So yeah, so it's just playing around with our emotions here, right? Playing around with our emotions, right? Yeah, playing around with our emotions. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, the ADP, the unemployment claims, prelude to the NFP, which has more weight than these ones. Definitely NFP, we're going to see some movements. We'll be able to do what we do, all right? So maybe if you can, just look at our past NFP live streams on YouTube. Go to YouTube, go to our past live streams, look at the NFPs, how we navigate around it, how we approach it, just to give you guys an idea of what we're going to do tomorrow, especially if you're new. If you are one of the usual suspects, if you're one of the usual suspects, then you know what we do and how we do it. All right. So yeah, so I think from here, guys, we are towards the end of the session. Price has not moved, just playing around. I think I might just exit this one and just wait for price to react, right? But USD JPY, just ranging a little bit here. Euro USD, okay, pushed up aggressively. So I think correlation is on point now, right? Correlation is on point now. So yeah, so I think let's look forward to the NFP tomorrow. All right. So from myself, I'm going to end it here. Let's prepare for the NFP tomorrow and I'll catch you guys there. All right. Same time, same place, 2 p.m. live on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms to get any updates. All right. I'll catch you guys. Have a good one. Cheers.